from
the Honorable Judge
Nigeria
is presiding. You may be seated. First case.
What you're about to hear is real. The participants are not acting. They may not be in the court you're used to. They are actual litigants who have chosen to go back to basics.
People's Court, championing alternative dispute resolution, experience a justice system ruled on convictions, conscience, and values. Our listening audience is the jury.
People's Court every Saturday on Solid 100.9 FM, time 9 to 11 a.m.
People's Court, arbitration based on truth and integrity, powered by Movement of Voice for Democracy, Movers Nigeria.
Come on, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up.
Nigeria hasn't always justified the faith of its people. But there comes a time when you are pushed to the wall and there's nowhere to go but up.
If we just decide in our hearts that we want to believe in Nigeria and we want to take steps every day to make this country a better place.
This is our dream. And a new Nigeria is that dream that we so much seek and desire.
The destiny of Nigeria is in our hands. We are the country. The country is us.
We are Nigeria.
We are that turning point generation. We are Nigeria. We are the future.
A very good morning to you. This beautiful Saturday morning is the 6th day of the 7th month in the year 2013, and with great joy I welcome you to the much anticipated radio program, and it is the maiden edition of the People's Court, made possible and powered by the Movement of Voice for Democracy, also known as Movers Nigeria. For a moment, I would like you to imagine a place where justice and equity reigns supreme. A place where all and sundry has equal access to the law and thus equal before it. Where no sacred bulls can trample on the rights of the common man with impunity and get away with it. The People's Court is a radio court aimed at soliciting the participation of the community in the enthronement and deepening of democracy and fight against impunity, corruption, and the abuse of human rights. We're trying to paint a picture, and if this picture is hard to fathom, it could be because we have gotten used to injustice. Such a picture is therefore what people say looks too good to be true, but at the People's Court, it is too good not to be true. It's a new day, it's a new era in the history of social justice in Nigeria. You could spare me the plenty of noise about democracy and the rule of law, which in most cases translates to political hypocrisy, where there is a seemingly unreconcilable dichotomy between what is said and what is on ground. This is what the People's Court is about. This is what it seeks to address. Nobody is above the law. Anybody can be summoned. And how could justice be so free and yet so effective? Is it really free? Perhaps a better way to put it is someone is paying for it. Once again, thank you for joining me for the maiden edition of the People's Court. Permit me to take a short break. When I return, I will introduce to you the court officials. All right, thank you for keeping your dial on 100.9. Thank you for joining us for the first session in the People's Court. Today it is an open forum in the People's Court, and we take a critical look on a very interesting subject matter, very interesting case. Okay, it is the case of the people. There's no better time to talk about it, to raise it than now. And we're looking at Nigerian democracy is threatened by the culture of impunity, with an adjoining question: do Nigerians hate the rule of law? It's my pleasure to introduce to you the forum advocate, Mr. Ikechukwu, the initiator and promoter of Movers Nigeria.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
I'm happy to be here.
Okay, you heard him. We look at something very, very critical. Now, before we move further, to send your complaints to Movers Nigeria, I would like you to use this text messages lines 042 291 198 or 0708 955 9922. Okay, now we're looking at the question of democracy, Nigerian democracy threatened by the culture of impunity. Do Nigerians hate the rule of law?
I welcome all listeners to this maiden edition of the People's Court. Incidentally, because this is the maiden edition, we have an open forum. Open forum is to agitate and stimulate the minds of the people towards democracy. I must first of all thank all listeners who have been following our program by Movers Nigeria, Movement of Voice for Democracy. My name is Ikechukwu Okonkwo. I am the initiator and promoter of Movers Nigeria. My fellow citizens, before we go into the maiden edition and the case stated by the presenter, I want to use this singular opportunity and privilege to remind you that we had before now a program called Straight Talk, where we were introducing the duty and responsibility of the citizens towards democracy. And in one of the editions, we had a public complaint by a citizen, Barrister Asowa, who used the opportunity of this forum to bring complaint to public table. And all the citizens who followed that program that particular day knew what happened. He made a very far-reaching allegation and claimed that his life and liberty was at stake. Having resolved that issue, I want to use this great opportunity to thank two great Nigerians, distinguished men who believe in rule of law, that have the capacity to assist the development and deepening of democracy. Fellow citizens, I want to use this opportunity to thank the two people who use their institutions and position to advance freedom and justice. I am humbled to use this single opportunity to mention the contribution by the Honorable the Chief Judge of Enugu State, Professor Honorable Justice Innocent Umezurike. I'm loyal. I have the humility and pleasure to thank you for your intervention to secure freedom within the premises of the court for Asogwa. It is a great sacrifice that the rule of law is supreme. I want to use this opportunity to also thank the Honorable Distinguished Attorney General of Enugu State, Mr. Anthony Ikechukwu Ane. He's a distinguished Nigerian. He intervened without any further delay to make sure that the due process of law was followed and acts and withdrew the charge that was mitigating against the freedom of citizen Asogwa. To these distinguished Nigerians, I want to use this opportunity to tell believers in justice that there still hope. I thank them greatly, and God will continue to bless them. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now to the subject of the day. The question for determination in today's edition, as proposed by the citizen and presenter, because this is the maiden edition, is Nigerian democracy is threatened by our culture of impunity. Do Nigerians hate the rule of law? As the forum advocates in this program on behalf of Movers Nigeria, this is the findings of the forum advocate, which will help the people to pathfind justice and see if we can find solution by also considering the juror or the jury, which is the public. I submit, sir, that our democracy is only 14 years old. And it is like midnight, because midnight is a time in our lives when everything takes the sight of gray. The citizens have refused to accept the tenets of democratic form of governance. Democracy is necessary due to man's inclination to injustice. Justice for all is the hallmark of democratic government, and it is the belief in justice and the rule of law that makes democracy very attractive. Democracy is becoming out of fashion in Nigeria today. And one of the biggest tragedies in Nigeria is the reign of culture of impunity. Impunity is that uncommon feeling of, who are you? Do you know who I am? You cannot do anything. I can do and undo as I please. You see it around all the time. And it is not limited to those in uniform, politicians or public officers. The big man and big women and their children get away with blue murder in Nigeria without question. But if you think it is only individuals that are lawless, what about our state institutions? Take a look and you see a car driving against traffic on a one-way street, or someone failing to obey traffic light. 3 out of 5 will be government vehicle. This virus in our democratic culture of impunity is the underbelly of why development have eluded Nigeria in all departments of our national life. Our situation is so deplorable that court judgments mean nothing to Nigerians and our leaders. Nigerians, in our humble view, do not hate rule of law, but every Nigerian must embrace mass education and education in civics for democracy to survive in this country. Just recently, Nigerian leaders have become very despondent with our democratic culture that the latest pronouncements in public to save our democracy and helplessness of our leaders are summed as follows. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Aminu Tambuwal, once said very recently, and I quote, "We need revolution now," unquote. The Honorable the Chief Justice of Nigeria, in a public statement, said thus: "The reduction in budgetary allocation may fuel corruption in judiciary," unquote. Just yesterday, the Federal Judicial Service Commission issued a statement hailing themselves, and I quote, 5 staff of the Supreme Court and another from the Court of Appeal sacked for leaking Supreme Court judgment," unquote. 28 state governors refused to conduct local government election in clear violation of Section 7 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. And they are still in office when they have flagrantly breached the same Constitution they swore to uphold and protect. Governor Chibuike Amechi is calling on the IGP of the police to remove the COP of Rivers State without giving us reasons for his call. Our state governors in their governors forum cannot conduct a classic leadership election among themselves. Nigerian political elites and public servants live above the official incomes, and only themselves and the politicians are millionaires in our bank books, and nobody cares. Human rights of citizens annoy members of the Nigerian security forces. Men and women in uniform behave like outlaws in the wild west of old America when confronted by civil authority. Access to justice is only for the rich, and justice delayed, or in some cases for the highest bidder. Insecurity and terrorism has led to the deployment of military personnel in over 30 states, and the Nigerian Senate is still calling for more troops deployment in the states. Bank officials helping themselves with the depositors' funds, which led to the central bank takeover of many banks and the setting up of the Bank Access Company. Unity College admission. Students from Yobe and Taraba states gain admission by scoring between 2 and 3 points, but students from Anambra State, Imo State need to score 139 points. Nigerian political parties find it very difficult to abide by their rules set out in their respective constitutions. Nigerians hate merit and have elected to be governed by mediocres by adopting zoning in this modern age of excellence. Nigerian political elites are incapable of running government by their elected federal system but unitary central government. In Nigerian financial institutions, money deposit is the name of the game, and financial plan for wealth creation are shunned. Our governors run government of donation outside statutory budgetary system. Our national development policy for science and technology is hinged on friends of those who are in power and not based on those with the competence. This is my verdict. The way forward is what the promoter of People's Court movement of Voice for Democracy is praying every Nigerian citizen to do, is to challenge this new culture among Nigerians called impunity and embrace the rule of law and follow due process. The reason being that Nigerian constitution promises justice, freedom, and equality for the purpose of consolidating the unity of our people. I will refer Nigerian citizens to the great sayings of Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., who said, and I quote, "Morality cannot be legislated, but behavior can be regulated," and unquote. Finally, citizens, in the People's Court, the case submitted is refused that the Nigerians hate the rule of law. And I hold that by virtue of the community reading of sections 13 and 14, sub 1 and sub 2 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, it is hereby accordingly declared as follows. 1. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom government through this constitution derives all its powers and authority. 2. The security, welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government. And 3. The participation by the people in their government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. Accordingly, Movers Nigeria, Movement of Voice for Democracy, enjoin every citizen not to condone impunity, but bring the culprits and promoters of impunity, no matter their abstention, to the People's Court. This is the verdict of the Forum Advocate. May it please all citizens, and your contribution will help to affirm this judgment. That is the judgment of the People's Court.
All right, that was the Forum Advocate. To a lot of us out there, democracy may look or sound utopian. It may look like a fantasy. But consider the definition of democracy, which states that democracy is a form of government in which all eligible citizens participate equally, either directly or through elected representatives, in the proposal, development, and creation of of laws. It goes on to say it encompasses social, economic, and cultural conditions that enable the free and equal practice of political self-determination. Well, the popular definition of democracy says it all: is the government of the people, by the people, for the people. All right. Now you can make your comments on Facebook. Just go to People's Court 247. Our email address is peoplescourt@moversnigeria.org. Okay, we will take a short break. When we come back, we will open, the talk lines so you can make your verdicts.
your right.
Are you involved in a dispute with another party? Have you tried to work things out and just can't? Don't take the laws into your hands. Take them to court.
Bring them to People's Court. Send 4 copies of your petition and claims with documentary evidence if you have any, including contact details of the defendant, to Movers Nigeria office.
Number 1 Ogoja Street, off Nike Lake Road, by Content Oil Gas Station and White House Bus Stop, Transekulu, Enugu.
Phone 042-229-1198.
People's Court.
Arbitration based on truth and integrity.
Powered by Movement of Voice for Democracy, Movers Nigeria.
People's Court.
Hope for the common man.
Stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Orí àmì ooo, they don't take ọwọ́ lágbá mi lójú.
Neighbor, madam. Why you dey you dey cry like say? Now this say cry, you cry. When your husband die, you don't dey cry again.
Na my neighbor, brother.
What's your neighbor? That make you squeeze face like soup when sour.
Na Papa Shiko dio, he don't punch my land yo.
He don't do what he?
He don't punch my land. In fact, I go village for him. I go take out to motor. I go pay him. I go pay me Papa Shiko dio.
Abba, madam, don't take laws into your hand, oh. Carry and go court.
Court ke, Osigini, magistrate court, Abia court.
Who they follow you talk that one? I say carry and go the people's court. People's court, now if you settle every kasala. With them, you go experience Ogbonge justice system. Wuru no them.
People's court, how much then go collect?
Money, ke? No. Money no follow for this one, no. The two way you go do now, just send 4 copies of your petition. Carry Ogbonge document. Where be the evidence where you go show them. And with the information of the person where won't collect your land. Send and go Movers Nigeria office. It's for number 1 Ogoja Street up Nike Lake Road. Now there it near Content Oil Gas. Waiting for Transekulu Enugu. And the phone number where you go use green there. Now 042 22 91198. Make I give you the number again. No 042 22 91198. People's Court. For Will Bonge Station, Solid 100.9 FM on Saturday. The time na 9 a.m. Waka rate 11 a.m. What you call the court?
You say na People's Court, yeah. So you dey tell me na say if I go meet this people court, then go get this kasala wey wan dabaru my life.
They go settle the matter. Oh yeah, madam, make you no cry, Oh yeah, make I wipe your eye. Where my hanky? You go get your land. No carry juju peme person before ghost go pursue you.
Nigeria hasn't always justified the faith of its people, but there comes a time when you are pushed to the wall and there's nowhere to go but up.
If we just decide in our hearts that we want to believe in Nigeria and we want to take steps every day to make this country a better place.
This is our dream, and a new Nigeria is that dream that we so much seek and desire.
The destiny of Nigeria is in our hands. We are the country. The country is us.
We are Nigeria.
We are that turning point generation. We are Nigeria. We are the future.
Alrighty, listen to the question that came to the court this morning. The question of whether Nigerians hate the rule of law and the fact that impunity, the culture of impunity, is fast destroying this beautiful thing called democracy. We're going to open up the talk lines, and the jury is the people. You, in the people's court, you are the ones that decide. The statement has been made, the question has been raised, and we want to get your views about these things. The numbers to call 0815-960-9134 or 0815-243-7346. These are the lines to call if you're out there and you want to respond to the case that was brought to court. It is a case against the people. Okay? Just make that call 0815-960-9134 or 0815-243-7346. I have a call coming in. Hello? Okay. That's that one, 0815-960-9134, 0815-243-7346. I have an SMS here, and it's a question that says, can people who are not people-oriented be true agents of democracy?
That is why the participation of the people is so paramount, because the sovereignty belongs to us. That is Section 14 of the Nigerian Constitution, Sub 1 and Sub 2 of that Constitution. That is our right. We must edge out evil men from sitting in judgment over us.
All right. 0815-960-9134 or 0815-243-7346. Okay. Quickly, we want to look at some more text messages. And this one is from Emeka Ezugu. Emeka Ezugu is in somewhere in Nsukka, and it says, how do I get justice through the People's Court if I am willing to appear in the court and the person who has offended me that I have a case with refuses to appear?
The target of the People's Court is to give you an alternative opportunity to complain against the big man syndrome in Nigeria.
Okay.
That is what the people, we now have to bring it to the knowledge of the people, bring it to the public, within the public domain. Let us see if the people will sanction the big man who is now agent of impunity in our disrupting our democratic life, so that the people will damn that person and condemn his action. That is the essence of our participating in democracy, to give life and breadth and depth to our democratic experience.
Okay, you can also try this number 0709-870-1163, or you can also try 0709-875-7854, 0709-875-7854 to make your contribution. Don't forget that the people represents the jury. 0709-875-7954. Hello? Please, can you turn down the volume of your radio? Turn down the volume of your radio.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning. What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm calling from Anambra State.
Okay, what's your name, sir?
My name is Onyeka.
Okay, Onyeka, you're welcome to the People's Court. Oh, Onyeka is gone. Onyeka just introduced himself and then dashed off. Okay, 0709-875-7854 is the number. You can also reach us on 0815-960-9134. 0709-875-7854. Okay, another text message here comes from Okey in Anambra State. Okay, let me take this call. Hello? Hello? Okay, the text message reads, what if two people can't come to Enugu to appear physically in the People's Court for settlement? How do I get justice? In other words, is distance a barrier or not a barrier?
Distance is not a barrier. You can email us with your petitions, but everything about petition against individuals must be in writing, so that we will satisfy the provisions of the law to put the other party on notice.
Okay.
And he has 10 days within which he will furnish his reply to the claim. Let's assume that a man is a driver to a big man, and you render service to him, and he decides not to pay you and tell you, go to hell. You cannot do anything. He knows all the security forces. come to the People's Court.
Okay.
And the people will bring him to justice. That is what the People's Court is trying to do. Giving you an opportunity that you can ventilate your complaint when everything else fails. Is free.
Okay. The People's Court sits right here on Solid FM in Enugu, but barrier, distance is not a barrier.
Not at all.
Whether you're in a Born state or you're in Kogi state, wherever you are, as long as you're within the reach of this radio,
yes,
then you can file an application. All you need to do, send 4 copies of the application of your case, okay? And then the court will serve whoever you have accused, okay, to appear or to settle you. And sometimes the person does not even need to come to court.
You cannot out of court settlement,
yes,
out of the public forum.
Yes.
We want people to not to go to native doctor or Keja or think about killing somebody or maiming people because of 5 naira, 200 naira, 2,000 naira, or because of the impunity of the big man, which may annoy you to degrade you as an individual. That is what we are trying to give you, a window of opportunity to bring them to justice.
All right, there's a call here. Hello. Hello? Yeah, good morning.
Yes, I'm Micheal.
Welcome to the People's Court. What's your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Emmanuel from Cross River State.
Okay, from Cross River State. Okay.
Emmanuel from Cross River State.
Emmanuel, you're welcome to the People's Court.
Please, I have a case in court.
You have a case in court?
We don't deal with matters that are in court.
Well, you heard him. If the case is already in court, is beyond the jurisdiction of this court.
Yes.
The problem is the lawyer that was to go to the case. Nothing has saved it, but I don't know what happened. The people went and blind. When the case was in court, I was shot by a vigilante when I was passing.
Okay.
If the two of you will agree, then you come to People's Court.
December 19, 2011.
Okay.
We shall help you if the two of you will come to People's Court, because the matter is in court.
Are you listening to what he's saying?
Because the matter is already before the nation's court, we don't interfere. Except the two parties agree, we now have out-of-court settlement through the People's Court. We can facilitate that.
Okay.
So that you become friends again. Going to court in Nigeria, people think you are enemies. That's why we have told you that the traditional way is that you can always bring complaint, like in your family settings. You bring complaint and it's resolved, and you all shake hands or drink palm wine and become friends. That's what we are trying to do. But this court will arrest and educate the people how to fight impunity by people in authority.
Okay. All right. I think that leads me to an SMS that I have here. It's from someone in Akeze, Ebonyi State. That's Emeka Onwe. And it's related to what the guy just said now. What kind of cases cannot be brought to the People's Court?
Any case concerning crime, that is felony, we don't deal with criminal cases.
Okay.
We deal with local family disputes. There is no type of acrimony that we cannot, even quarrel between friends.
Okay.
And you're begging your friend, you have wronged him, he refuses to forgive you. You can bring him to People's Court.
Okay.
That is dialogue. We need to begin to talk to ourselves and participate in democracy so that we can broaden the breadth of democracy.
All right. For those of you who are calling, you can call 0815-960-9134. You can also... Okay, I have a caller here. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. What's the name and where are you calling from?
This is Engineer Roman Chukwemekes. I'm calling from Enugu.
Okay, you're welcome to the People's Court.
Thank you.
Okay.
There is one of my clients that after his work is almost finished,
yes,
then they stole his tank from his side. And he now seized my money. How and what will I do?
Yes, this is a very clear case that a man have done work for you and he's amenable to. Yes, we are listening to, just listen to the explanation. That is a very good case. A lawyer finishes rendering service to another citizen and he decides not to pay him. Bring him to people's court because you are entitled to your payment. Instead of taking him to the regular court, which will be a very serious consequences for him, we find a way to settle it amicably and you will get your money. That is part of making the society work again. So that situation, just bring 4 copies of your claim against that person, his address. We will go and serve him so that we will bring this case to the people's court. The people will now look at it and see whether the man has provided an answer that will defeat the claim you are making. He will now say he did not hire you, you just wanted to come, and so without that we will give you judgment in the people's court against that individual. Is the culture of impunity.
The problem is this: I have pleaded the man for a very long time now, and the man insists because he's an officer at road safety.
No, don't worry. Just present this case to Movers Nigeria with your complaint. The people will hear about it, and that man will hear his name on the radio. We'll give him opportunity to go and settle this matter quietly with you, or we will know him as the people the Yorubas call Onibese, people who will never pay their debt, and the people will give you judgment.
What would I do to achieve this? Because he has insisted that I can't do anything. I will know I can't do anything to him. That he will do this to me, he will do that to me.
That is why you are in people's court. Don't worry anymore further. That is the culture of impunity. He never knew that there would be people's court.
Well, I think I need to tell you that the fear of the people's court is the beginning of wisdom.
Precisely.
So
his name will be in the air throughout about 14 states in this country. And at the end of the day, we put it in the social network.
It's okay.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Believe in justice. We can get it. Yes, sir. Have a wonderful day.
All right. Justice is possible in Nigeria, and that's what we are preaching. That's what we're talking about. Okay, there's another caller here. Hello. 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 Okay, I have this one from Facebook, and it says, I want you to help me solve this puzzle. I rented an apartment for 2 years, and my rent is supposed to expire. It's supposed to expire on the 30th of June this year. And suddenly a man came last 2 weeks saying that he bought the house from the landlord and that I should pack out as soon as my house rent expires. And I told him that I will need some time to get myself another place, and he is threatening to come throw me out.
Yes, you have a very valid case that can come to the people's court, but we don't take cases on Facebook.
On Facebook.
You must, is a documentary material that we can pass on to the other person. You have presented your case, but we need opportunity for him to see if he can counter you, or we have a way of having a meeting and resolving the matter. That is the engine of the people's court. Peaceful settlement, we become friends again.
All right, let me take this call. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome to People's Court.
Good morning.
Okay, this is Kingsley, and I'm calling from Nwokeabala.
Okay, you're welcome, Kingsley.
Okay, I'm listening to the program. It's quite interesting. But what makes me to confuse a little bit is I don't know what is the, I mean, where will you have the who will pay you among the two? Is it the defaulter? Which person will pay you after doing your services?
No, this is free. This is our Movers Nigeria contribution to advancement of democracy in Nigeria. Citizens under the constitution must participate in their government. Because of the low level of participation of the people, a few of my friends, we have come together to set up an organization which is free, if anybody can join, that we contribute our personal money to advance democracy, to arrest the culture of impunity that is blocking free flow of democratic governance in Nigeria. Dividends of democracy is not rule. Dividends of democracy is access to justice and equality before the law.
Okay.
That is the first dividends. If you don't have a voice, you are lost in democracy.
Okay. So democracy is kind of sick in Nigeria, and they are sending it to hospital, paying the hospital bill to make sure that democracy does not die in Nigeria. And I think this last caller resonates the thought of Nana Carlo from Item, Abia State. She says, indeed, it is too good to be true that you could get justice without paying. And so how do you make money from treating cases for free?
This is association that contribute money. You can even come and be a member and help to project and sponsor it. We will come to every state, every radio station that we can afford within the Federal Republic of Nigeria, so that we'll bring justice to the people. That is the way we have been living in our culture of open society. We want to see that Nigerians are cultural people. We believe in due process of law. It's only the impunity of big men and people we put in authority that have now made us to be subservient that is impeding the development of democratic culture in Nigeria.
All right.
So our money, don't worry about how we get our money, because if you want to contribute, you can. You are very free, but we like you to be a member so that we can also hoist this program in your state.
Okay. You can try the lines if you still want to make your comments. 0709 875 7854. You can call 0815 960 9134. You could also call 0815-243-7346. You can make your comments through any of these lines. 0709-875-7854. Feel free. Your voice has got to be heard. If it is not heard where you are, it can be heard on the People's Court. All right, I'll take this announcement and then we'll continue. The Enugu State College of Education Technical, Enugu, wishes to inform all her NCE, degree and PDE regular students that the school will resume on Monday, 8th July 2013 for the second semester 2012-2013 academic session. While the Sandwich students are to return to the college for long vacation, contact on Friday, 19 July 2013 for their registration and lectures. We also wish to inform interested candidates who wish to undergo the NCE, PDE, and Sandwich programs of the college that the 2013-2014 admission forms are now on sale at the Ogui Microfinance Bank inside the college premises. Please note that the sale of screening forms is still in progress at the cost of 3,000 naira only for those who scored 180 and above in the 2013-2014 UTME examinations and wish to take up the first degree program of the college in affiliation with Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka. For further inquiries, please visit the head of department, admissions, or chairman, degree program unit of the college. Signed, Dr. Mike Chidozie Onya, Registrar.
What do you know about Nigeria's top examination bodies?
Like WAEC, NECO, UTME, NAPTEP, and others.
How do you decide the best career path for yourself?
Who should answer all the pressing questions you have about your tertiary institution?
The VC, the rector, provost, or administrator?
And why would you miss any edition of Education Platform?
Wednesday, 7 to 8 p.m. on the Rock Station, 100.9 Solid FM.
See you there.
Please enter your password.
Yes, you're on the radio now, and we have to deliver.
Come
down.
Follow me.
Get ready to have fun.
The greatest thing since sliced bread. Said shorty got Point 'em out, let's go. 100.9.
Oh man,
we rock.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Oh, yeah, me. They don't take a walk like by me, don't you?
Never, madam. Ah! Why you there, man? You dey cry like say, Now this say cry, you cry. When your husband die, don't they cry again?
Hey, now my neighbor, brother.
What's in your neighbor? That make you squeeze face like soup when sour.
Ah, now Papa she called you. He don't punch in my land, yo.
He don't do what
he don't punch in my land. In fact, I go village for him. I go take out to motor. I go pay me Papa she called you.
Abba, madam, don't take laws into your hand, though. Carry and go court.
Court, Osigini, magistrate court, High court.
Who they follow you talk that one? I say carry and go the people's court. People's court, now if you say too heavy kasala. With them, you go experience Ogbonge justice system. Wuru no them.
People's court, how much then go collect?
Money, no. Money no follow for this one, no. The two way you go do now, just send 4 copies of your petition. Carry Ogbonge document. Where be the evidence where you go show them. And with the information of the person who won't collect your land. Send and go Movers Nigeria office. It's there for number 1 Ogoja Street off Nikele Road. Now there it under near Content Oil Gas. Where they for Trasekulu Enugu. And the phone number where you go use green there. Now 042 22 91198. Make I give you the number again. No 042 22 91198. People's Court. For Ogbonge Station, Solid 100.9 FM on Saturday. The time na 9 a.m. Waka rate 11 a.m. What do you call the court?
You say na people's court, yeah. So you dey tell me na say if I go meet these people court, then go tamurege this kasala wey wan dabaru my life.
They go settle the matter. Oh yeah, madam, make you no cry, Oh yeah, make I wipe your eye. Where my hanky? You go get your land. No carry juju peme person no before ghost go pursue you.
Welcome back. It's still the People's Court right here on Solid 100.9 FM. And for those of you who are out there, stop saying it's too good to be true. Right here we believe it is too good not to be true. Okay? And feel free to make your comments. In a short while I'll tell you how you can bring your case to the People's Court. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Stephen is calling from Benue State.
Okay, you're welcome. Stephen, you're welcome to the People's Court.
Thank you. In my own case, our state government started to pay the approved national minimum wage to all the civil servants in the state, with the exception of primary school teachers. And this was the case until when a nationwide strike was declared by Labour, and then the government decided to agree to pay with effect from August 2013. And the other civil servants paid from August 2011. And no mention was made concerning the arrest. So where do we stand with the people's cause?
Yes, you have to bring your case to people. You have not brought it. It's not by calling in. You have to bring a case against Benue State about this issue, and we will serve them notice of your complaint, give them 10 days, and then we will make it an issue in the People's Court. It's not by not hearing from them, we will give you judgment by the people. So bring your petition.
I think this is one thing as Nigerians we need to unlearn. We're so used, to being shabby, to doing things, in a disorganized manner. But what it takes to get justice from a people's court is simply to file an application, 4 copies of your application, which you can send either via email, or you can bring it in person. If you live in Enugu, if you live in a bunch state, you can come down physically and give it to us, okay? Or post it. You can post it through DHL. Whatever, but once we get the 4 copies of your application stating how you've been defrauded or victimized, then leave the rest for Movers Nigeria. Leave the rest for them. You can send it through if you're sending through Facebook, through email, you can send it to People's Court 247 at facebook.com. But we must get these 4 copies, okay, for documentation purposes. You don't raise an argument against someone if you don't have all the facts straight, okay? Because while we say stand up for your right, you don't stand with, you don't hop. You have to make sure you are standing, and then you can now present a logical case that will get you a win. Okay, so once the facts are clear, Movers Nigeria will step in. Now, it's important you understand that nobody is above the law. That's what the rule of law is all about. The supremacy of the law and the fact that standing before the law, all of us are equal. And if we don't know this, it's because for a very long time, it's been the other way. The Igbo people said, Ajife war or below menan, but I think it's changing. I have a caller on the line. Hello? Hello? Okay, I think that one was flashing. Or do we blame it on network?
That's impunity for you.
Okay, so feel free. And justice has come back to land. Okay, justice has come back, and you have to take advantage of it. If someone has offended you, someone has taken your rights for granted, trampled on justice, you can do something about it without even a dime. All it takes is just simple efforts. Okay, if you want to call in. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, good morning and welcome to the People's Court.
What is that is saying this morning, I'm very happy hearing this kind of thing happening in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I am Nwokeabala.
Okay, Nwachukwu, you're welcome.
And I pray that God will help you people.
Thank you, sir.
Amen.
Because when looking at what is happening in our nation, it makes me to cry. Makes me to cry. Where the government is going on, where, things are just going zigzag. We need God and prayer and people like you people that can help the common man to get their justice. So I come to greet you people.
Thank
God
you,
bless
sir.
you people.
Thank you.
And give you more grace to your efforts.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful weekend.
You're welcome, Nwachukwu. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of the People's Court today. Someone said, I can't quote it exactly, but the reason why evil thrives in society is because good men do nothing. Okay, and this is an effort aimed at reclaiming back the society. We want to take it back from those who supposedly we gave it to, we handed it over to, and now we slipped back into apathy, and it's not helped us. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, very good morning to you.
My name is Micheal, promise.
Okay. Micheal, you're welcome to the People's Court.
Okay. I'm so grateful for this program this morning, and people are doing a good job. Well, I was just like thinking, how can such a thing come up in this country? I'm so amazed when I heard you people talking about it on this radio station. So we thank God that something like this has come up, and we believe that with this, there will be, there will be freedom in our country, and everybody will have a medium to express his view in this type of country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We must challenge this impunity so that we will have peace in our land. The people we put in office cannot be higher than us.
Okay.
Thank God they have made the mistake of giving us opportunity under Section 39 of our Constitution. Let us exercise the right and bring them to justice. Nobody is above the law. Be it president, be it governor, you bring your petition, we serve him. And that is a feedback from the people.
All right. Hello? Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Hello? All right, that is not clear. Do call us back 0709 875 7854. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
What's the name?
Is this People's Court?
This is People's Court.
You're
yes.
on to People's Court.
Okay, my name is Donald. I'm calling from Enugu.
You're welcome.
Okay, I have a brother that has a case. His father's land with a house was destroyed by one man that called himself an general or a major, something like that. He sent some people, they destroyed the place, and the matter was reported to the police. But today, we never seen him. We just invited him, he refused to turn up. He will promise that he will come, we never see him. Up to this moment that he still did not set eyes on him. After destroying the house that was in the land, he bought it and he erected his fence in the premises that he bought the property from another third party. Then, this case that has been reported to the police, what they have done, we don't know what has transpired there. And the case is brought to the People's Court.
Yes, that is a case that can be handled in the People's Court. But remember, the Nigerian police force do not entertain claims for land. Their job is to make sure that the combatants or the claimants do not disturb the peace so that they can go to court or come to the People's Court to slug it out.
Okay.
My advice to you is that you must bring a written petition.
4 copies.
Bring documents that will show your claim. Give us the address of the general that is now Mr. Fix-It. We will DHL that petition through his commanding officer or through the secretary of the Nigerian Army for them to pass it on to him so that he can answer. After 10 days, it becomes a matter before the People's Court. He has opportunity. He's a citizen, first and foremost. He cannot now take the law into his own hands. That is what the People's Court, we are trying to tell the people, that there is justice in this land and we must fight to secure it and make sure that we enjoy democracy. Nobody is above the law. The Movers Nigeria has perfected means of helping the people who are in the valley for their voices to be heard in this democracy. And that is a task that must be done, no matter the cost.
All right. Nobody's above the law. And I know some of you out there, you've had it for a very long time and you're wondering, is it really true that nobody's above the law? Movers Nigeria is out to prove that nobody's above the law. Just take the first step of bringing the case to court, to the People's Court. Hello? Yeah, good morning and welcome to the People's Court.
Okay, quickly is back on the line.
Who?
Kingsley from Enugu.
Okay, Kingsley.
Yes, sir.
I thought before.
Okay, Kingsley, you're welcome to the People's Court.
Okay, there's another question I want to ask. Okay, after the People's Court, maybe ask the document, and maybe the person, the person will say that maybe want to go to a state. Will the People's Court give full consent to
Yes, Kingsley, the cynicism in this country is one of another problem. We cannot put all our options, some on the table, some below the table. We have the option of presenting your case to the people and following it up.
Okay.
Nobody is above the law. Remember, we don't want to threaten people that if you don't abide by the judgment given by the people and you feel you still maintain that office, we run you out of town. We have to use the instruments of the law to make sure that democracy works. I don't think there's anybody in authority in this country that will condone impunity in the face of what is happening in Nigeria, what is happening in Egypt. We don't want to come to Egypt. That situation is chaotic. We want to follow due process. If you have 4 years tenure, it's either you are removed through due process of the law, not by mass action. We want to bring you to court so that the people will know that you are not a fit and proper person to be in your position. Don't worry about whether the man agrees to abide by the judgment of the people. That is the meal for the evening.
All right, everything you said is true. It is possible. We can have justice. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning and welcome to the People's Court.
What?
Go ahead. You are in the People's Court.
I can barely hear you. All right, do call us back 0709-875-7854 or 0815-960-9134. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning and welcome to the People's Court.
All right, my name is Prince.
Prince,
Yeah, from Udenna.
you're welcome.
I like your program, and the new case is good. But I want to know, I wouldn't like to mention the name of an association like this that has been established here in New Haven.
Okay.
I want the time somebody has problem with her organ.
Okay.
I have to advise the person to go to such organization, settle his matters and for it to be settled. After some period of time, while the case was there, the man in question used his personality to clear those organizations, and the case was quiet. He couldn't get justice again. Will this not be the same thing, the one I'm talking about? The movers or so-called, will it not be the same in such an organization who was influenced by the influential people of the state?
Yes, yes, your case is, I think your case is, you have filed this action under public petitions. Yes, you have now made an allegation against another organization. You did not name them, we have not heard from them, and you have summarized and condemned them. You are also guilty of impunity. What we are saying is that before you come to the People's Court, go to the social media, internet, to check out what the promoters of this People's Court are talking about and the individuals behind it. It is from the integrity and character and the tested issues. My people have a proverb in Igbo language that ezigbo dibia ada eti signboard. O ibia n'uno ebe ọ na-agwọ ọgwụ. Ọgwaghị ndị ọgwa ogburu, gwaghị ndị ọzọ. Ife anyị ji ekwu ife a bụ na ike agwụgo ndị mmadụ kwa ụbọchị a na-ebe akwa kedu ife a ga-eme onye nwụrụ na anwụgo mana anyị ga-agbazi mbọ ka anyị nye ndị nke dị ndụ ọgwụ ka anyị fụ na ndị a na-egbu anyị egbu ozi mmadụ. Ị ga-enwerịrị faith and hope maka onye ọbụla enwere ozi hope na faith ya bụrụzi onye dị ndụ. So etu isi ekwu Movers Nigeria did not come to do this program from yesterday. We are not asking you to come and give us money. We are not asking anybody to give us money. It is by your own election. We want your membership. We want to start this program in every state in Nigeria using the opportunity of radio to see if we can take back our community and rebuild our lives. Democracy is such an attractive form of government, but maggots and people without character have made it impossible for us to enjoy democracy by their conduct, and then the culture of impunity is now an impediment to the rule of law and due process. If you bring a court judgment, somebody will just slap you in your face with you and your court judgment and put you in jail. What happens after that? We must make sure that those people who did the slapping and putting you in jail will never survive in that office. That is the sovereignty that belongs to us that we are trying to champion through People's Court. We are asking Nigerians to get up and demand from the system what it is right. We cannot be running away from those we put in office. They are there to serve us. We will never be subservient to those in authority. That is what the Constitution says. So have faith in the system. We have not brought the association you complain about to justice. We will give them a hearing. If they come here, they may even show that you are the one who compromised the case. So I don't want to judge them, but take us for what we say we are. We are prepared, we have been doing this, and we want to continue doing it. If we have faith, if you give us support, we will succeed. The people who are making life impossible for us are very few people.
Very few.
Why should the majority be kneeling down and praying for those who have made life miserable? Let us stand to be counted.
All right. It's about fairness. It's about justice. It's about standing up for what is rightfully yours. Do call us on 0709-875-7854 or 0815-960-9134. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Good morning.
This should be the first lady caller. You're welcome.
I'm Joy calling from Mexico.
Okay, you're welcome to the People's Court.
Okay, thank you. You know, things are happening in this world, although let me just not go far like that. But my question is, hope there will be no bribe. And how do we locate you people in Africa? Because I believe that there is nothing like that in Africa.
Okay. Joy, let me encourage you. Joy, gather your friends in Afikpo and write to Movers Nigeria. Gather your friends in Afikpo and write to Movers Nigeria that you want to start Movers or you want to start the program People's Court. We will visit you, show you how you can organize yourselves. You will be the one taking the bribe to now destroy democracy. Let us, we will give you opportunity and find a way to find the money and buy a radio program which you, Joy, will anchor as the advocate of the forum. And these people will run away.
Okay.
So it's not a question of bribe. Is the people are in charge. Let us expose evil people in our society. It's because we have refused to expose them that they are sitting in front rows in churches making donations. And we all clapping for them, and that is why impunity have continued. Every day the police will be announcing that you have to license your number plate in your car, that you will not use siren, and we see them doing it.
The donation is the license.
If the people will block them by bringing them to People's Court, some of them will make sure that they follow the rule of law.
Yeah,
the power is in our hands.
All right, feel free. when she talked about bribery, I was wondering who is going to bribe who. Maybe it's the forum advocate. You're going to be
the forum advocate is not a judge. The judge is the people and the selected members of the forum judges who will articulate the issue, and this thing will be put in the net.
Okay.
So there's nowhere for them to run.
Okay.
It will become a permanent feature in the net. We are using that technology to make sure that we bring evil men to their knees.
Hello.
It will be there. People can access it.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good morning. You're on the People's Court. Please, can you turn down the volume of your radio? I didn't say turn out. I said turn down the volume of your radio. Okay. The lines are still open, and you can make your contribution, vital contributions. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good morning, and welcome to the People's Court.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Please, it's Ketley. I'm back on the line again.
Okay, Kingsley, you're very persistent. It's okay.
Kingsley, you are assessing. This will become an abuse of court process. You are assessing the court too much.
The honorable man in the house.
Okay.
If the court, maybe those working in the court, if they see a person committing crime, can they personally go and arrest the person maybe and think, or do they wait until somebody reports the person to the court?
Okay, that's a very, very, very important arm of the People's Court.
Okay.
We have in the People's Court a system of segments on how we run the People's Court.
Okay.
The first issue is general petition on good governance.
Okay.
That general petition on good governance, you can complain against non-delivery of services to the people.
Okay.
You can complain and make commentary on national issues, and it will be discussed by the People's Court. That is general petitions. If you see anything happening that is not good for promoting orderliness and good governance in our society, you can blow the whistle. That is general complaint. The next segment is when you come in that you have a case against an individual, an institution, a government official, or the governor, or the president. You bring your case, type it out, and give us 4 copies. If you have any supporting document, you bring it. We will send it to the appropriate defendant, you as the claimant.
Okay.
10 days for him to respond. Then there is the general discussions on issues and judgment will be given by the people.
Okay.
The forum advocate is here to maintain order and sequence of following due process. I am the forum advocate representing Movement of Voice for Democracy, Movers Nigeria. We don't participate in the judgment, but we make things clear. It is the phone in, your contribution through Facebook, your contribution by your text messages that the forum judges, men and women, selected or nominated by the people that we bring into the studio for them to coordinate and read the verdict of the people, and we now put it up in the social network as a case decided. We also have opportunity that we can resolve disputes amicably over a bottle of beer or some Fanta or Maltina, and we have a good time, and then we can invite us to a party. This is part of being your neighbor's keeper, promoting family values. That is what the People's Court is all about.
All right, I have a caller here. Hello? Hello? Yeah, good morning. Welcome to the People's Court. Please turn down the volume of your radio. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, we're listening to you. Hello?
I'm from Abansuka.
Okay, Adan Suka.
You are welcome to the People's Court.
My name is Cecilia Boy.
Okay, you're welcome.
We have such case in the family land.
Okay. Hello? Okay, she's done. What I heard was case concerning land.
Yes. So all she has to do is to follow due process.
Yeah.
Bring a document stating the name of the person you are claiming against. But if the matter is in court, we don't deal with matters that are in court, except the two parties elected to use the opportunity of this window of the People's Court to reconcile, and we will help you make peace and you become friends again, rather than going to court to spend your money and now congest the court. In little matters, we can resolve as a family.
All right, it's still the People's Court. We will take a short break, and when we come back, the court will continue.
Get up, stand up for your right.
Orí àmì o, they don take ọwọ́ lágbá mi lójú.
Neighbor, madam. Why you dey cry like say? Now this say cry, you cry. When your husband die, don't they cry again?
Na my neighbor, brother.
What's your neighbor? That make you squeeze face like soup when sour.
Na Papa Shiko dio, he don't panji my land, yo.
He don't do what he?
He don't panji my land. In fact, I go village for him. I go take Otumoto. I go temeram. I go teme Papa Shiko dio.
Abba, madam, don't take laws into your hand, oh. Carry and go court.
Court ke, Osigini, magistrate court, abi high court.
Who they follow you talk that one? I say carry and go the People's Court. People's Court na if you settle heavy kasala. With them you go experience ogbonge justice system. Wuru no them.
People's Court, how much dem go collect?
Money ke? No. Money no follow for this one no. The thing wey you go do na just send 4 copies of your petition. Carry a ogbonge document wey be the evidence wey you go show them, and with the informate of the person wey wan collect your land, send am go Movers Nigeria office. E dey for number 1 Ogoja Street up Nikele Road. Na there e tanda near Content Oil Gas. Wey dey for Trasekulu Enugu. And the phone number wey you go use green there na 042 22 91198. Make I give you the number again, no. 042 22 91198. People's Court for we Ogbonge Station, Solid 100.9 FM on Saturday. The time na 9 a.m. Waka rate 11 a.m. What I call the court?
You say na People's Court, yeah? So you dey tell me na say if I go meet these people court, then go tamurege this kasala wey wan dabaru my life.
They go settle the matter. Oh yeah, madam, make you no cry, Oh yeah, make I wipe your eye. Where my hanky? You go get your land. No carry juju peme person no before ghost go pursue you.
Alright, you're still in the People's Court this beautiful Saturday morning. And it's important you understand, we've been getting calls from those of you talking about land. That's not the only kind of cases we want to see come into the People's Court. Perhaps you borrowed money you lend somebody money and the person will pay it back. Or someone is owing you did the job and you have proof that you did the job, and the person throws you out because there's one big man somewhere. You can get justice right here in the People's Court. And then in case you're a group and you want to file a social action against maybe the government, instead of taking to the streets or destroying some things, valuable things that belong not just to you, but to everybody, you can bring it to the People's Court. And when you bring it to the People's Court, we will avert, other actions that could jeopardize other people's right. It's important you understand that where your right stops is where the right of the other person starts. So, People's Court, for me, gives you a window of opportunity to get these social issues arrested, okay? The talk lines are still open, and we will want you to make your comments. Don't forget, in the People's Court, the people represents the jury. You are the jury. You're the one that decides what happens. And I know for some of you, it's going to be like a big shoe for your leg because you're not used to it. For quite some time, power was taken away from you. And that's what they call the reap of justice. Okay, but now it's coming back to you. So begin to get used to you being the one in power. That's what democracy is. It means that the power is not with the few elected people. Power is with the people. Okay, now the talk lines are still open. 0709 875 7854 or 0815 960 9134. 0815-243-7346. We don't want to do all the talking. We want to hear from you. Hello? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Chooks.
Chooks, you're welcome. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Enugu.
Okay, you're welcome to the People's Court.
Okay, there's an issue. I want to bring to your notice.
Yes, sir.
These P.J.C people, sometime last year, they promised that they will stop asking people to pay for meters.
Yes.
That was June. It was to take effect June last year. So surprisingly, they're not collecting money from people to be their meters. In fact, our house wants to collect meters. They're saying we should pay.
Okay.
I don't know how we're going to solve this problem.
Yes, this is a very valid case.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, the head of Dr. Amadi have now gone to contradict himself that he now found out that they needed money after promising us on television that we don't need money. But this matter cannot be taken just on the telephone. You must bring in a petition so that we can bring Amadi down to Enugu to explain this issue. Bring a petition, we serve him. Thank you very much.
All right.
They're not charging us very high deal.
No, bring your complaint because they cannot just stay there and take decisions without consultation. They promised us he need to come down and explain to the people in Enugu. We bring him to the People's Court.
Okay, I'll come.
Thank you, sir.
All right, don't forget nobody is above the law. If they say that it's supposed to be free, then we should get it free. Okay, and if it's going to change it, at least the people should know. It's a legitimate case, but let's do the right thing, which is file your application, 4 copies, and bring it to our office, and you will get justice. Hello? Yeah, good morning. Welcome to the People's Court. I can barely hear you. Hello? Silas.
Yeah, speak up so that you are in People's Court.
Kenneth, we can go ahead and air your views. Please put your mouth in your mouthpiece.
It's not only land case. Land case is just for very few people. We are not talking about land case. You are a driver. You are a tradesman. You have done job for somebody. You go to the office of a public officer and he treats you like rag. Bring your complaint. Sometimes you go to court. The certain courts don't sit in time. Bring your petition. We will send the petition to whoever is at the head there that there is complaint by Mr. So-and-so that he came to this court 2 times. It doesn't sit in time. So we are the people. That is not land matter. Usually it's only very few people that have land. So we are talking about how do we take back our society and make this democracy to work. There's so much impunity. is the big man who will slap you and tell you, go to hell, you can't do anything. That is the type of people we are looking for so that they can go to the asylum. This is democracy. Everybody must play by the rule of law. Due process. No impunity. You pay your taxes. If you don't pay your taxes, the government can even bring petition against an individual, and we bring the case to the person. And he must pay his taxes. Okay. So this is what the people's call. We want to participate in our government.
Okay.
Go and read your constitution. You must get the constitution. It's important that you are a member of this society and the power belongs to us. Section 14 of the constitution gives us the power that we are the people that take decision, and we must be ruled according to the constitution.
All right. It was Bob Marley that says, thank
Hello?
you. Yeah.
What of, I heard that you people don't want cases that is in the court.
If a case is in the court, we wash our hands off it, except you convince the other party to come out and we meet, we agree, and the court encourages people to settle. Why must we always, every time, go to court? We are giving you an opportunity to have a handshake, like the type of thing we do in Umunna. You take a drink and cola and present a case against another member of the Umunna. And there's no acrimony. We want to arrest all these acrimony. 80% of the cases are in court are matters that you can settle with a handshake.
Okay.
So that is what we want to promote.
Hello?
Yeah.
What of a case where a landlord takes somebody's
Go and bring your petition. You don't put case in for the phone. You bring the petition so that we give the man opportunity to answer. We don't want to begin to answer cases on telephone. That is why it's people's court. We want you to tell us how we can make things work.
Now, it's important you understand that if you just tell us your case on the phone, we don't have the other person. We've not had the other person, and no judgment can be given based on that. So there cannot be a case on that until there is an accused and that there is someone accusing. So you need to understand that. And when we get your application, then we can get these things going. Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. You're welcome to the People's Court.
Yes, I'm from Sir.
You're what?
Okay. No.
You're welcome.
I in the more for one now.
I die.
If you get me, Okobando, you na Nsuka. Okobando Bona, I saw you Chobando Galanya. J. Chondo, you ndi Choluka, I change Yekobuda, Buru de Ma. Obu no, the mother Tomo, no, a minimum of mother 10. Dimma, une de letter to Movers Nigeria. Ndị movers bịa ka anyị na unu nọkọ ka anyị chịkọ isi ka anyị gosi unu ka anyị ga-esi wee bido nyabụ otu ka anyị wee nwee ike welu People's Court a wee na-eme ife. Radio onunwa dị n'Enugu Solid 100.9 FM na agafe Nsụka niile. Enwe mgbe ofu onye ọkaiwu nọ na Nsụka kpọ na phone mgbe anyị na-ekwu okwu ebe a na-ekwu na enwe ndị na-achụgharị ya na-ekwu na ndị uwe ojii ekwezighị pụta n'ilo. O tiri mkpu ebe a. Anyị kenere Chief Judge Enugu Steeti, kene Attorney General Enugu Steeti, etu ha si wee nụ mkpu e tiri onye a bụ na democracy is working. Welu nwoke anụnwa bịa kwetasị n'eziokwu na ndị a mekwarịa ihe a wee bido tata People's Court wee kene ndị mmadụ anụnwa Chukwu ji arụ ọrụ mmadụ na-abụ a si ha biko nyere na ya aka ka ndị obodo nwee ike nwee nchekwube na demokrasi anyị nọ n'ime. So People's Court anyị nwere ike ibido ya na Nsụka mgbe anyị unu na-eweta ikpe anyị eji wee mee ka udo dịkwa. Anyị na-abịakwu abịa anyị bịa etu unu na-esie nri wee kpọọ ndị a na-ese okwu anyị na ha anọkọ anyị edozie okwu onye ọbụla abụrụkwa ọyị ezigbo mmadụ.
All right, thank you.
Onye abụnụ bute kesi wee nu jee dee nu akwụkwọ ka unu wetara anyị ka anyị kpọọ ndị agboro a ka ha bịa kwuo ọnụ fa. Anyị amekpekwa mmadụ ikpeazụ. Ada eweta petition na redio my phone. Ị ga-eweta akwụkwọ ka anyị jee gosi ndị a sị na-ekwu na ndị dị etu a dị etu a dị etu a sị na ụnụ na-ada iwu na-eti ife na-ebukọrọ ngwa ha ji achụ ego ha abịazi ọ bụrụ na ha ajụ ụnụ afụzi ebe obodo nwere ike isi ịma mmadụ ikpe.
Thank you. I think it's important we stress the fact that justice has a price, and you must be willing to pay the price to be able to get justice. It's not going to fall on your laps. You must take the initiative to file an application. And the office of Movers Nigeria is at number 1 Ogoja Street off Nike Lake Road by Content Oil and Gas Limited. That's White House Bus Stop, Trans-Ekulu. Okay, you can reach them on phone 042-229-1198 or 0708-955-9992. Okay, I have a caller on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Report on school sorting.
Hello.
I said school sorting in the university. When you read, you don't pass. You don't bring money.
What is your name? What is your name? You're barging into the court. We can charge you
for contempt
of court.
Introduce yourself and make your contribution.
He has dashed off. Well, if you appear like this in the people's
that
court,
is impunity.
All right. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Very good morning to you.
This is Magnus from Igbo.
Yeah, you're welcome, Magnus, to the People's Court.
Thank you very much. My own suggestion is this. I have listened to the options for filing of petition. But the way I see it is this. It's like most of these artisans might not be able to access this means. So if you people might create a room where maybe some volunteers will be there to test strategic places.
Okay.
Like this station goes far. Like for somebody at Auchi now, who might be listening to this issue now, who wants to take or lay a complaint, who cannot write or use email or this thing.
Okay.
Maybe you create an avenue where there will be volunteers from those who are calling, who can okay, go to so and so place, go, he will help you file your petition through this email or this and that, so that people can come in as they want. Because the way I'm seeing it now, there are many people who will be affected, but who cannot still be able to access it because of this little means of this. Because most people who are suffering might not even be able to gain access to email and all this stuff. So that is my own suggestion. Whether we can in any way create volunteers who will help to mop up all these people who are the lower caste to forward their petitions. Thank you.
Magnus, your suggestion is laudable. Ana m ekene etu isi wee lụọ ilulo wee kpọọ wee sị ọ bụrụ na enwe ebe a ga-anọdụ na-enyere ndị mmadụ aka ka e wee depụta ife bụ na ife dadorufa and onye fa na-ekwu maka ya. Ọ dị mma ime etu a, mana ife anyị na-ayọnụ ndị mmadụ bụ ebe ọ bụ na Movers Nigeria ewepụtago nnu ego wee na-eme ife a, anyị ga-ebidokwa na akwụkwọ ụgwọ na redio steshọn dị iche iche ebe dị iche iche ọ ndị ọyị bịarụ na-eme ife a. Magnus nyekenere anyị aka ka ịgwa anyị na People's Court a na akụkụ ebe isi biri kịta onye chọọ iweta petishọn ya bịakwute gị bụ Magnus n'ihi nọ ebe a, and ọ ga-enyekwa aka anyị bụ ndị movers nwee ike ịma ka anyị ga-esi mee ka anyị mee gị ka ị bụrụ onye otu anyị. Ikekwa ofu onye asị ọ bụrụ na Magnus na-arụrụ anyị ọdụ ọrụ a na ị ga-akwụrụ ụgwọ ka ị bata ka ị bụrụ mover. So Magnus, ana m achalenji gị ka ị gwazie anyị na fon na ebe a si ndị mmadụ nọ na iwolo ebe isi akpọ nwelu nsogbu ha bịakwute gị na ị ga-enyere fa aka wee depụtasị ya etu anyị esi wee weta nkọwa na People's Court. Ọ ife ga-enyekwa anya ka obodo a wee gaa n'iru. Ọ bụrụ ọsọ m diọkpara ya akwa nna ya, onye ọbụla aka siri ike nye nna aka ka anyị dozie obodo a.
All right. What he's trying to say is that wherever you are and your heart beats like that of Movers Nigeria, you can call after the show to indicate your interest to be maybe one of our clerks, somebody who can take down the cases of the people. If someone comes to you and he cannot write, you will be able to help the person take down the statement and file an application. We are in dire need of people like that who can do that in Ebonyi State, in Enugu State, and wherever people are calling in from. If you're interested in, you're literate enough and you can help us, we will partner with you to make this happen. The talk lines are still open, 0709 875 7854 or 0815 960 9134. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning. You're still on the People's Court.
Nnukwu mmadụ ọga ma ma ekene go ọkwa Musa bụ onye mgbe nọ na secondary school.
You're welcome, sir.
Hello, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
I'm very grateful for where you people are helping the humanity to get justice.
Yes, sir.
Because in this country, culture of impunity is like the order of the day.
That is correct.
And with all this explanation now, people are becoming aware of their right and what to do to get justice.
Yes, sir.
I promise you, within a short time, I will have to gather some friends around here. We have started working in that direction.
Thank you so much, sir.
That Nigeria can have impact in my locality.
Thank you so much,
for your effort, and may God continue to bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Ọ bụ nwasara nwoke a fere mgbe nọ na St. Michael Secondary School n'Imo. So na ọ dị mma na nna m ukwu sịkwa na ga-enyere m aka. Anyị nwa ga-abịakwa onyere gị aka iji wee fụ na ya bụ ife ekwudo maka na government of the people abụrụ maka ndị na-alara ụla. Onye ndụ ya dị mkpa ga na-eche ya nche. Thank you so much, retired police officer, IG Okorie.
All right, thank you, sir. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning and welcome to the People's Court.
My name is Odogwu. I'm calling from Enugu in Anambra.
You're welcome.
Please, I want to ask, my question is, this People's Court, is it meant for the people of Enugu State alone? Or is it does it include Anambra State?
My baby includes all Nigerians.
All Nigerians.
Come and ask in Ebonyi because na awachi. We started in Enugu. We are coming to also hoist another program on radio in Anambra. We need people like you. Gather your friends. Write to Movers Nigeria. We come in Enugu Nanka and sit down with you and tell you how you can take power. And we begin to work together.
I want to ask another question. Like somebody who is being treated like an outcast in the family, can you be of help to the person?
My dear, bring that case to the People's Court yesterday, not today.
Because mental allegation or something like that.
Bring your case to People's Court, but you know we must also give them notice.
Yes.
So that we will be doing justice. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.
All right, thank you. Obiana Jew, who called in from Enugu Nanka in Anambra State. The talk lines are still open, 0709 875 7854. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Good morning. Please, can you speak up? I can barely hear you.
I like your job. I like what you have in mind in opening that People's Court.
Yes, sir.
If it can be done in Nigeria in this way, I will like it.
Yes, sir.
And more especially, I want you people to look into this definition of law. The law is made by the superior for inferior to obey. So, read the inferiors. And they give example in the law book that a referee cannot be penalized while the book is going on. You cannot penalize it. So, all these ones we are talking of, somebody who is the head of the local law, Felicia, every other thing, we commit ourselves to the right and go. Why is it on the salary? I'm not sure. I'm doubting whether you have merit in such a thing. Number one. Two, if they can amend all that definition and then reduce it to the minimum. Remember, there are We are capitalist country. We are not socialist country. No matter we are practicing democracy. So you should put all these things into book and then review what people can think about it. Don't come in there. Nobody want to do the work that we do or buy the fight that we do. Thank you.
And thank you so much, sir, for your criticism and direction. If you did not have this People's Court, there's no way you will have opportunity for millions of Nigerians to have listened to this complaint you made.
Okay.
So that is one positive point. What we are doing in People's Court is that we want to show the people in Egypt that we are more civilized than them.
Okay.
We don't want mass action. We want to organize and take power because the supreme law of Nigeria has given power to us, but we were busy doing some other things. If you have ideas, put it down as a petition and the people will discuss it, and we will put it in the internet where people outside Nigeria will see what Nigerians are asking for, and the people who are ruling us is doing another thing. It will be there permanent. What we need to do is to bring pressure and tell the big man and tell the people who believe in impunity that there is another window where we can get our voice heard. If you want to go to the newspaper, it's the people we are complaining against that own the newspaper. They will decide what you will put in there.
What is public?
They will even ask you for bribe before you will be heard. But this People's Court is an opportunity for you to be the king. Take the opportunity very seriously before you will now begin to be cynical, thinking that it will not work. That is one avenue where we can put our leaders and those people who think they are big men, lawless people, on the hot seat.
All right. Thank you for that comment. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. We are still in the court.
We are still in the morning. Yes, I want to commend the effort of Mr. Okoko in the studio.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
When I listen to his program every Saturday, my hope for revolution in this country is resuscitated. I want to encourage him, he should keep it up.
Yes, sir.
The person who just called now, he said he started in secondary school. People like him need to give him support, and many others in Nigeria are going to support him.
Yes, sir.
I want to believe that in no distant time, this nation will become a nation of our dreams.
Yes, sir.
And I'm happy that it is happening, coming from the eastern part of the country.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I want to say, Mr. Ifa, keep it up.
Thank you so much, sir.
And God will give you the grace to actualize the people for which this program is meant. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm greatly encouraged. And what I'm telling every Nigerian is that this is an opportunity. Its time has come. Let us take back our lives. Let us claim our communities and make sure that this impunity must stop. We must make sure that the right things are done in this country for everybody to be happy. People are dying out of despondency. And you cannot be comfortable that you're a rich man when other people's rights are trampled upon. With this People's Court, we will go places, we will go to other radio stations and saturate Nigeria with demand for justice.
All right, don't forget that the office of Movers Nigeria is at number 1 Ogoja Street off Nikki Lake Road by Content Oil and Gas Limited, White House Bus Stop, Trans-Ekulu, Enugu. We're getting to the end of the session today. You can reach them via phone on 042-229-1198 or 0708 955-9992. Okay, you can email them at peoplescourt@moversnigeria.org or admin@moversnigeria.org, or better still, info@moversnigeria.org. The website is www.moversnigeria.org. Okay, or if you want to send your application You can do that via People's Court 247 at Movers Nigeria page at gmail.com. Do that. You use that and you will reach them. But better still, if you're within the coal city, make your way to the office. Whether you can write or whether you cannot write, whether you're literate or you're illiterate, as long as you have a legitimate case to bring to the People's Court, you can do that. And don't forget that if you're out there and you believe in what we believe, your heart beats like that of Movers Nigeria, you can become a member. You can also help us to collate cases from your area. And when you do that, you are championing the cause of democracy in Nigeria. Okay.
Fellow citizens, this court will rise.
All right. Thank you for joining us today. And until we have an opportunity to do it again with you, that is next Saturday, 9 to 11 a.m., I want to thank you for joining us in the People's Court. Do have a beautiful day and start to dream of a better Nigeria.
Open up your mind and you will see you're bigger than you ever thought you were. And when you feel you're up against the wall, just hang around, 'cause help is coming soon. You got the chance to make it up to you, 'cause you're bigger than you ever thought you were. If only you could look inside yourself. You hang around, 'cause help is coming soon. 'Cause if you were how much you were, a friend, I bet you'll never be the same, 'cause you value for what you really are. 'Cause if you can be wrong anytime you look inside your heart. I'm telling you to close your eyes and start to dream. Cover up the emptiness and throw it all away if you can. I'm telling you to close your eyes and start to dream. Don't be less than happy all the time, 'cause you're bigger than you ever thought you were. So close your eyes and leave out all your dreams, and hang around, 'cause help is coming soon. You've got the chance to make it up to you, 'cause you're bigger than you ever thought you were. If only you could look inside yourself. You hang around, 'cause help is coming soon. 'Cause if you you really are. The truth is that you can be wrong anytime you look inside your heart. I'm telling you to close your eyes and start to dream. Cover up the emptiness and throw it all away if you can. I'm telling you to close your eyes and start to dream. The truth is that you can be wrong anytime you look inside your heart. I'm telling you to close your eyes and start to dream. Cover up the emptiness and throw it all away if you can. I'm telling you to close your eyes and start to dream. Truth is that you can be wrong anytime you look inside your heart. I'm telling you to close your eyes and start to dream. Cover up the emptiness and throw it all away if you can. I'm telling you to close your eyes and start to dream.